Hey, friends, welcome back to Retirement Briefing. I'm really glad you're here with me today. I hope you're doing as well as you can because I know for many of you, just getting through the week takes strength, patience, and a whole lot of faith. Take a breath with me for a second because what we're talking about today matters. This is one of those updates that can affect how you budget, how you plan, and honestly, how you sleep at night. Now, let me get straight to it. There's been a lot of noise lately, a lot of headlines, a lot of late-night rumors, and I know many of you are asking the same thing right now. Is something changing with Social Security? Are payments going up? Is there any real relief coming for seniors, SSI, SSDI, and retirees who are barely hanging on? That's why this update is important. Not because I want to scare you or hype you up, but because you deserve the truth, explained calmly, clearly, and in plain English. Here's what's going on. Over the last few days, we've seen a surge in talk about new adjustments tied to Social Security payments, cost of living pressure, Medicare premiums, and end-of-year processing changes that affect millions of seniors. And whenever this happens, confusion follows. Some people think everyone is getting extra money. Others think nothing is happening at all. The truth, as usual, sits right in the middle. Now let's talk about the heart of this update. Social Security and SSI payments are not just simple checks that magically appear. They are tied to formulas, income levels, Medicare deductions, and timing rules that most people were never taught. Right now, the Social Security Administration is finishing up several back-end adjustments that affect certain beneficiaries. These include recalculations related to Medicare premium changes, corrections for prior withholding errors, and updated income records that finally caught up after delays earlier in the year. What does that mean in simple terms? It means some people may see small increases, some may see corrections, and some may notice deposits that don't match what they expected. Not because of a brand new stimulus, but because the system is constantly correcting itself, especially toward the end of the year. Now, let me slow this down because this part is important. If you receive Social Security retirement benefits, SSI, SSDI survivor benefits, or spousal benefits, your payment is influenced by more than just the base amount. Medicare Part B premiums alone can change your net deposit. If Medicare took too much earlier in the year, you may see a correction. If your income estimate changed, that can trigger an adjustment. If there was a delay or error in processing, that can result in back pay. I've heard from seniors who suddenly saw an extra $100, $200, sometimes even more deposited into their account and had no idea why. And I've also heard from people who expected something and didn't get it at all. Both situations are stressful. Both leave you asking questions. And that's why I want you to understand what's actually happening instead of guessing. Let me give you a real-life example. Imagine you're a retired teacher living on Social Security and a small pension. Earlier this year, Medicare adjusted your Part B premium based on income information that later turned out to be outdated. For several months, more was taken out of your Social Security check than should have been. Now, toward the end of the year, that error gets corrected. Instead of mailing a letter first, the system processes the correction and the money shows up in your account. To you, it feels sudden. To the system, it's just catching up. Here's another example. Let's say you're on SSI and earlier in the year, there was a delay in processing your eligibility update. Maybe you reported a change late, or maybe the office was backlogged. Once that's resolved, SSI can release back pay. That deposit can come on a day you're not expecting, sometimes even close to a weekend or holiday. Now, I want to be very clear and very honest with you. This is not a nationwide bonus program. This is not a guaranteed extra payment for everyone. Anyone online saying that every senior is getting thousands of dollars right now is not telling you the full truth. And I hate that because it plays with people's emotions. It gives false hope to folks who are already under enough pressure. At the same time, I don't want you to think nothing is happening. Adjustments are real. Corrections are real. Back pay is real. And for the people affected, that money can be a lifeline. It can mean groceries, prescriptions, or keeping the lights on another month. Now let's talk about why this feels especially intense right now. Inflation. I don't need to tell you this. You live it every time you walk into a grocery store. Eggs cost more. Meat costs more. Utilities are higher. Rent has jumped in many areas, and Social Security, even with cost of living adjustments, often feels like it's chasing prices instead of keeping up with them. I hear from seniors every single week who tell me they've cut everything they can cut. No vacations, no extras, no eating out. And still, the numbers don't work. When you're on a fixed income, there's no wiggle room. There's no overtime. There's no second job. There's just budgeting, worrying, and hoping nothing unexpected happens. That's why every update like this matters. Not because it makes anyone rich, but because even small changes can make a difference when you're counting every dollar. Now, here's what I want you to do if you're concerned about your payment. First, check your My Social Security account. Look at your payment history. Look for notes about adjustments or Medicare deductions. Second, if something looks off, contact your bank before you panic. Many delays and posting issues are bank-related, not SSA-related. Third, if the bank confirms there's no pending deposit and you believe you're owed money, then contact Social Security directly or visit your local office if possible. Please don't rely on social media rumors. And please don't give out your personal information to anyone claiming to help you get a bonus payment. Scammers target seniors during times like this, and they are convincing. Remember, the government will not call you demanding information or threatening to suspend your benefits. Let me talk to you from the heart for a moment. I know many of you feel forgotten. I know it hurts to hear politicians talk about a strong economy when your reality feels anything but strong. You worked hard. You paid in. You did what you were supposed to do. And now, every month feels like a balancing act. Your frustration is valid. Your worry is real. And you are not weak for feeling this way. You are human. Here's the good news. Pressure is building. More attention is being placed on senior affordability, healthcare costs, and retirement security. That doesn't mean overnight miracles. But it does mean your voices matter more than you think. Every comment, every call, every shared story pushes these issues forward. Now let me summarize this clearly, so there's no confusion. Some seniors may see payment adjustments or corrections due to processing updates, Medicare premium changes, or delayed back pay. This is not a universal bonus, and not everyone will be affected. If you see something unexpected, verify it calmly before spending it. Stay informed, stay cautious, and stay connected. And finally, my advice to you is this. Protect your peace. Stay informed, but don't let fear consume you. Budget carefully. Look into assistance programs you may qualify for. Many seniors miss out on help simply because they don't know it exists. And most importantly, don't go through this alone. If this video helped you, please take a moment to like it. It truly helps the channel reach other seniors who need clear information. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss important updates. And stay right here with Retirement Briefing, because my promise to you is simple. I will keep watching these changes, breaking them down, and telling you the truth calmly and honestly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me. Take care of yourself, and remember, you are not